Hey guys, and welcome back to the mat with me. Today we're going to be going through a glute focused session. So all you're going to need is your body and the mat, or some carpet, somewhere comfortable to sit yourself down. We're going to waste no time and we're going to get stuck right into it. So come down to the mat, laying on your back. We're going to mobilize the body ever so slightly, and then we're going to get started. Feet about hip distance apart. From here, we are just going to go through some pelvic tilts. So what I want you to do is place your palms on your hip bones, almost creating a bit of a triangle down towards your pubic bone. And from here, I want you to inhale as you tip your hips forward, coming into an anterior pelvic tilt, and then exhale as you tuck your pelvis under, pressing your lower back into the mat. From here, I just want you to start moving through that ever so slightly, just tipping forward and then tipping back. Starting to become a little bit more acquainted with those deep core muscles, how it feels to come into that anterior tilt where your hips are tilting forward, and that posterior tilt where the hips are tipping backwards, tucking under, where you really feel that connection with the mat. Inhale forward, exhale, pressing into the mat. As you exhale, you feel your core, your deep core muscles draw in. Inhale, exhale. And this is really just to start warming up that lower back a little bit and feeling it throughout that tilt. And you'll notice that if you come back into what they call a neutral spine, it's where you've created that triangle and it's sitting flat, your palms are sitting flat. So you'll notice yourself, everybody's different, whether you sit maybe more tucked under, maybe you sit a little bit more tucked forward, or maybe you are flat in that neutral. It's really important to become a little bit more aware of how your pelvis sits. Really help you when it comes to core work. Two more like that. And last one. Very nice. And now come back into that neutral position for me. And you have to pop your palms on the mat. And from here, maybe move them out to the side a little bit more. We're just going to windshield wiper those legs. So letting those knees fall to the side. Coming back to center and then over to the other side. What we really want to be doing here is just loosening up through the lower back, through the hips, releasing any tension. Two more like that. Last one. Nice. Now bring those palms back down, closer towards your hip bones or your glutes. And from here, we're just going to go through a series of heel reaches. And what I want you to get you to do is keeping your pelvis stable, maybe tucking slightly underneath, pressing your lower back into the mat. I want you to release that heel and just press that heel into the mat. Slide it down and back towards your body, alternating through this. So just sliding a little bit grippy on the mat, which is good, but in this it's not so fun. Down the mat and squeezing that glute as you return, keeping those hips really stable. This is a very subtle movement, but it does work to just fire up those glutes. So if you squeeze a little bit on the return back, start to fire them up, and feel that with the lower body. Inhale back down, back, sliding down, back, starting to feel the glute and maybe even the hamstring a little bit, down the mat, back up, down the mat, back up. Nice. From here we're going to come into a little bit of a core warm up. So we're going to come into what we call a dead bug. I'm going to get you to bring your knees into what we call tabletop. This is when your shins are parallel with the mat. I'm going to get you to stabilize through the core. So pressing that belly button into your spine. And if you need to at all, press your lower back into the mat. From here, first we're going to start with our palms placed firmly on the mat. So really pushing into the floor. Then get you to extend out one leg and then bring it back in. So you can exhale as you extend. Inhale as you bring it back up. Exhale. Inhale to bring it back. Really keeping that core nice and stable so we're not rocking through the hips, we're pressing our palms into the mat, and we're just letting each leg extend, keeping everything else stable, trying to keep our knees in line with our hips. 2 more like that, and then we're going to add in the arms. Last one. And now we're going to bring your arms up, palms facing into each other. Now from here, we're going to move the opposite arm with the leg. So we're going to move our right palm and our left leg and bring them back. Exhaling as you lower. Inhaling as you bring them back. Really reaching through the palm and the toe. Engaging those core muscles. Pressing your belly button into your spine and your lower body, lower back into the mat if you have any pain at all. And if this is too much for you, you can regress and lower your arms, just moving the legs. Now as we exhale on the lower, it's really helping us to engage our core, stabilizing through the trunk of the body, and getting the most out of the movement. 2 more like that. Last one. Nice. Now you can drop your feet to the mat, arms down, and there you have a little bit of core activation. So this will help us as we move through our next movement. We're going to start in our first series now, which will be a glute bridge series. So keeping our feet where they are, about hip width apart, pressing our heels into the mat, just squeezing the glutes as you come up into your glute bridge and coming back down. Exhaling as you squeeze up, inhaling to lower. Exhaling as you come up, moving those ribs down towards your hips. Really squeezing through those glute muscles, letting all the work come from here. You can press your palms into the mat to help you activate. Give me 8 more like this. Think of having a piece of string that's pulling your belly button up through this as you come up into that glute bridge. Really just extending through those hips, lengthening, squeezing the glutes. 5 more. Squeezing the glutes. 4. 3. Last 2, really squeeze. Last 1, and hold up the top. From here, we're just going to hold it for a 10-second hold. So 10, 9, squeeze those glutes. Really moving those ribs down. Pressing the floor away. 4, 3, 2, and on our last one, we're going to come into a series of pulses. So we're going to pulse 10, 9, 8, squeeze, 7, 6, never letting the tension go, 5, 4, press the floor away, 3, 2, 1, and come down. Very nice. I don't know about you, but my glutes are already starting to feel it. I could feel my arms were shaking with that one. Okay, I'm going to get you to toe heel your feet in, so you're coming into more of a narrow stance, bringing your feet as close as you can together. Now from here, we're going to press our palms into the mat again. We're going to come up into that glute bridge position, and we're going to do a series from a narrow stance. So this is going to target a little bit more the hamstrings. So inhale to prepare. Exhale as you lift up into that glute bridge position. And lower back down, coming back up. Really squeezing the glutes. Protecting the lower back by pressing the belly button to your spine. Starting to feel it really create a burn in your glutes, but maybe even that space between where your glutes meet your hamstring. Give me 7 more like that. 6, 5, 4, keep squeezing. 3, 2, never letting go of that squeeze. Last 1, pause at the top for me. Now we're going to go for 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, squeeze, 7, 6, really squeeze those glutes. 5, 4, breathe for me. 3, 2, 1, and down. Very nice. Oh, that one was a little bit of a burner. So that was your narrow glute bridge. You'll have to let me know if you felt any difference between your first more normal glute bridge and then your narrow glute bridge. But we're actually going to go for a third variation. So bring those feet out onto either side of your mat or into a wider stance than is your neutral. From here, slightly point your toes out on an angle. What I'm going to get you to do is making sure you're really squeezing the glutes to help with a little bit of that hip rotation. We're going to press our palms into the mat. Take a big deep breath in, and as you exhale, we're going to come up into your glute bridge, into this wide stance. So sending your knees outwards, never letting them cave in. Down and up. Down and up. And if this feels too much, come back into that neutral position for me. So from here, this wide stance does feel a little bit different, targeting slightly different muscle lines, targeting your glutes in a slightly different way. Remember, as you squeeze up, knees go out, pressing your heels into the floor, really squeezing the glutes to activate. Need 6 more like that. 5. Keep going for me. 4. Very nice. 3. Remembering to knit those ribs down. 2. And your last one, I'm going to get you to hold it up at the top. Hold this one for me. 4, 10. 9. Squeeze those glutes. 8. 7. Knit the ribs down, protecting the spine. 6. 5. Push the floor over those heels. 4. 3. 2. Now come into 5 pulses for me. 5. 4. Knees out. 3. 2. Last one. And down. Very nice. Maybe windshield wiper those knees from side to side, releasing any tension that you might be feeling in those hip flexors or definitely in the glutes from that one. Beautiful. Alright guys. From here, I'm going to get you to roll onto your right side body. You're going to come up onto our palm and just shuffle yourself back onto the mat. From here, we're going to get ourselves set up. So we're going to come down to a side lying position. And from here, I'm going to get you to extend your arm out, creating a bit of a pillow for the head and neck. From here, keep that knee bent, the bottom knee bent for a bit of stability. You're going to extend out that top leg. So your left leg is going to extend out nice and long. Then you're going to bring that palm down to the mat just to help you stabilize a little bit more. From here, we're going to extend your leg, lifting up and lowering down. In this position, I want you to make sure that your hips are nice and stacked, one on top of the other. So we're not rolling out to the side, we're keeping them nice and long. I also want you to activate those core muscles, so creating a little bit of a gap between your side body and the mat. Keeping that oblique activated, keeping side body activated in this position. Exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. Now if that feels good for you and you want a little bit more of a challenge, come up onto that elbow, making sure that your shoulder is over the top of your elbow, keeping your core brace really tight so we're not leaning into this, but we're really pushing the floor away, and you're going to lift and lower from here. So give me 5. Exhale as you lift. 4. Really activating the core here. 3. 2. Last one, hold it up for me. Hold it here. Really pressing that belly button to your spine. Really lifting through the glute. So you're really feeling the glute activate here. 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Take a big deep breath for me. Now again, you can remain in this position or come down into that starting position where your head is resting heavy onto your arm. From here, we're going to come into the second round. So we're going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Be squeezing the working glute as you do this. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the next one up for me. Last one. And we're going to pause. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up for me. And I want you to draw some little circles. Draw a circle towards your right foot. These are very small movements. So whether you're up here on your elbow or you're down on the mat, I want you to keep everything nice and controlled. Circling ever so slightly. Breathing through this. Give me 4 more circles inwards. 4, 3. I'll come up with you guys. 2, and 1. Pause for a second. Really making sure you're squeezing that side body, squeezing that glute. We're going to go counterclockwise. So circles outwards. Breathe for me throughout this. I know it burns, but we're working all those little muscles in the glutes. Give me 4 more. 4. Breathe through it for me. 3, 2. Last one. Hold it up for me for 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, 1. And lower. Very nice, guys. Take a big deep breath for me. Maybe come down to lie on the mat. That one was a burner. Did really well. Now, from here, we're going to bring both of our knees up. We're going to come into a clamp. So again, you can do this from laying down on the mat, or you can come up onto that elbow, making sure your elbow is under your shoulder, and come up from this heightened position. Just remembering to make sure you're activating through the core. From here, I'm going to get you to rotate your knee outwards into the clamp. So we're keeping our hips facing forward, but we are moving from the knee. We're using the glute to bring the knee out. So we're not folding backwards, keeping our hips forward, but exhaling as we press that knee outwards. Really squeezing the glutes. If you're feeling a little bit shaky, that's absolutely fine. I am. Pressing that belly button to your spine. You squeeze that glute to bring that knee out. Down. Down. Squeeze for me and bring it back. Squeeze and bring it back. You really can make these moves burn. It's all about creating that mind to muscle connection. And anyone that might be new to Pilates, to working out, to any of these movements, it will take time, and that's absolutely fine. But it's all about body awareness, creating that torque or that tension in the muscle. Give me 3 more of that. 2. Last one, hold it out for me. And we're just going to do some pulses from here. So just halfway out. 4, 8, 7, 6. Bring it out. 5. Breathe for me. 4, 3, 2. Last one. And down. Very nice. Maybe come down to that lying position again. Just take a big deep breath for me. Very, very nice. Okay. I'll be ready for our third exercise. You can remain in this side lying position with your head heavy onto your arm, or you can come up. From here, extending out your left toe. I'm going to get you to exhale as you sweep that toe forward, and then bring your heel backwards, and you're going to sweep it backwards. Not arching through the back, but really squeezing that glute to bring it back. Point the toes and bring it forward, and bring it back, leading through the heel. So pointing that toe as we bring it forward, bringing that heel to lead us all the way back, squeezing through the glutes as we sweep that toe forward and then sweep it back, leading with the heel. If moving through from the toe to the heel is too much for you, just move at your own pace, keeping it either pointed or flexed. What I really want you to do is be feeling it in that glute muscle. So give me 3 more like that, sweeping it forward and sweeping it back. Remembering to keep that core activated, to keeping a little bit of a gap between the side body and the mat. 2 more like that. Last one. Very nice. And bring that down to rest. Now, I don't know about you, but my left glute is very much turned on. So, come up to sitting for me. We're going to switch over and we're going to do it on the other side. And again, coming down to that side lying position. Left arm out long, using it as a pillow for your head. You can bend that lower knee to give you a bit more stability, stretching out through that right toe pointing, and we're just going to lift and lower from here. So again, keeping those hips nice and square, keeping a bit of a gap between the side body and the mat, turning on the core muscles, so pressing the belly button to your spine, exhaling as you lift, inhaling as you lower. And if it feels good for you, come up onto that elbow for that bit of that progression there. Get a little bit more heat in the body. Remembering to keep the elbow over, tracking underneath the shoulder. Really making sure you're bracing through the core, so not sinking into that shoulder, but pressing the floor away. Lifting and lowering. Really pointing to that toe, squeezing the glute muscles as you're lifting and lowering. 3 more like that for me. 2 more. Last one. Hold it up for me. Hold it here for me for 10, 9. Zipping up through the core. 7, 6. Breathe for me. 5. Squeeze that glute. 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. Very nice. Maybe you're coming down to sink into the mat. Maybe you're feeling strong and you're coming up to that elbow. We're going to come into our second round of this. So resetting, making sure that our hips are nice and square, facing forward. Lifting up and extending through the toe. Lifting and lower. You can bring your palm down to the mat. You can hold it on, have it placed onto your hip bone, whatever's most comfortable. Squeezing that working glute. Give me 8 more like that. Really start to feel that glute fire up. Really pressing the floor away if you're leaning up on that elbow. Really letting your head hang heavy if you're laying down. 4 and 3. 2. Last one. Now give me some pulses. We're going to go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to do those circles. So outwards. Give me small little circles here. Breathe through this. I know it's burning. Give me some small circles. Making sure that you're squeezing that glute. Making sure you're activating your core. Pushing away from that elbow. Breathe for me. Give me 4 more like this. 4, 3. Keep going. 2. And last one. Very nice. Reverse the direction. Just like that. Keep them nice and small. They don't have to be big. Small is very, very mighty here. Very, very powerful. Keep going like that. Really pushing away if you're up on that elbow. Breathe for me. Squeezing that glute. Give me 4 more. 3. Keep going. 2. Last one. Hold it up for me. Up, 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 up. And down. Very nice. Come down to resting that arm. Give yourself a bit of a breather. Maybe even give those glutes a couple of taps. Now from here, we're going to come into our clamp position. So bringing those knees together, either head hanging heavy on the arm or up onto that elbow. We're going to connect our heels and our feet here. And we're just going to bring our knee out to the side and lower it down. So exhaling as you bring it out. Inhaling as you bring it down. Squeezing through the working glute here. Lowering it down. Pressing the floor away to activate that side body. And down. You can probably already see that I'm shaking now. Again, some of these exercises might look easy, but you can get a really, really good burn out of this. So squeeze that working glute for me. And down. Remembering to keep your hips facing forward. So we're not lifting up and out. We're keeping our hips trained forward and just moving from the knee. Squeezing that glute muscle. Give me 5 more like that. And down. 4, 3, 2, and the last one we're going to hold out for me. And I want you to give me some pulses. So, pulsing like that. Yep, just that half top movement. For 8, 7, squeeze the glutes. 6, 5, breathe for me. 4, 3, 2, keep going. Last one. And down. Very nice. Whew, that one has me shaking. So I'm going to come down, all the way laying down, touch my head on my forearm. I'm going to extend my right leg out. From here, we are going to point through the toe. We're going to exhale as we bring that foot forward. We're going to lead with the heel as we sweep it backwards. Not extending, overextending through the lower back. Just pointing that toe, squeezing the glutes as we bring it forward. And we bring it back. So exhale. And back and it's almost like a double exhale. The reason we want to exhale as we move forward is really just to stabilize through the core muscles. So we want, because when we exhale, when we break that core out, ribs are knitting down, we're protecting our lower spine, we're creating a lot of stability in the body. So we want to make sure that we exhale. Quick inhale. So we want to make sure that we are exhaling as we come forward. Inhale a little bit on the floor back. Exhale as we go backwards. Oh, almost as my balance there. Forward. Very nice. Give me 4 more like that. Really squeezing through the glutes. 3. Remembering to keep that gap between your side body and the mat. Again, if pointing and flexing is too much, just point or flex. And last one. Very nice. And bring that down to rest. And from here, I'm going to get you to come up onto that side body. Come over into a 4-point kneeling position. You're going to have your wrists underneath your shoulders. You're going to have your knees underneath your hips. And from here, we're going to do a series of donkey kicks to fire hydrants. So if you thought that your glutes were already hurting, just you wait. We're about to double up on that. From here, keeping your gaze nice and long into the mat and really pressing your belly button to your spine to protect you. I want you to press your right heel into the roof as you bring your leg up into a donkey kick. So exhaling as if you're stamping your foot onto the roof and bringing it back down. Really stabilizing through the body. So pressing your belly button to your spine to keep your hips nice and stable. Pressing the floor away so you're not sagging into the upper body, you're keeping it nice and taut. Pressing that heel into the roof. And again, we're not rotating up through this, we're just sending that heel back up and keeping our hips trained towards the mat. So imagining you have a torch light on either hip, you want to keep that torch shining onto the mat below you. Give me 4 more like that. 3, never overextending here, so just coming up to where it's most comfortable. You feel the activation in the glute. If you ever feel it in the lower back, then I want you to not go up as high. 2 more like that. And the last one, I want you to hold that up for me. Give me a little bit of a hold here. 4, 10, 9, breathe for me. 8, press your belly button to your spine to activate the core. 7, 6, press that heel into the roof. 5, 4, 3, 2, we're going to come into some pulses. 4, 10, 9, squeeze the glute. 8, 7, 6, breathe for me. 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1, and bring it down. Very nice. Now we're going to come straight into our fire hydrants. So bringing that right knee out towards the side and down. Exhale and lower down. Squeezing the glute as you do this. Really leading with the knee here, bringing that knee up to be about hip height. Pressing your belly button to your spine as you lift, moving those ribs down to activate the core, really feeling that squeeze in the glute. You may even be feeling your left glute a little bit because we've already done a series on it, so it's feeling very fiery. It's completely normal. Nice. Give me 5 more like that. 4, 3, 2. On this last one, I want you to hold that out for me. 1. Give me some pulses. So give me 8, 7, 6, 5. Just little pulses. 4. Breathe for me. 3, 2. Press it away. 1. And down. Maybe sit back on your heels for a second. Very, very nice. We're going to come into a bit of a combination of both those movements. So we're going to create some circles where we're going to come out to a hydrant, we're going to come back into a donkey kick and come back down. It's almost like a circle. So out, back, down. Breathe for me. Exhale. Out, back, down. Out, back, and down. Really focusing on keeping your body stable as you do this. There's obviously a little bit of movement going through the hip there. That's absolutely fine, but keeping the core braced. Keeping it active as you keep everything else in the body stable. Pressing the floor away, so never folding down through into the shoulders. Give me 4 more like that. 3, 2, and last one. Now I want you to reverse that. So we're going to come into a donkey kick, back into a hydrant, and down. Donkey kick, hydrant, and down. Exhale, and down. My left side is burning, even though I'm working my right glute right now, so I hope that you're feeling that fire in the body. Give me 3 more like that. 2 more. Breathe for me. Let the breath help you. Last one. And down. Okay. Now I am going to switch over to the other side so that you can see my working leg. Everyone else, feel free to stay where you are. Take a couple of deep breaths. And from here, we're going to do everything on the other side, making sure we're in alignment. We've got our wrists underneath our shoulders. We've got our knees underneath our hips. From here, we started with our donkey kick. So, pressing our belly button to our spine, we are going to lift and press our left foot and left heel into the roof. Exhale. 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 Nice. Keeping your gaze trained on the mat in front of you. Not straining the neck. Keeping those ears away from your shoulders. Keeping those hips as stable as possible. As you're just stamping your heel on the roof. Nice. You're really feeling that left glute work. Give me 6 more like that. 5, 4. Really exhaling, knitting those ribs down. Last 2. Last 1, hold it up for me. Hold it up for 10. 9, breathe for me. 8, squeeze that glute. 7, 6, press the belly button to the spine. 5, 4, breathe for me. 2, 1, and give me some pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, keep going. 2, 1, and lower down. Very nice. And coming into our hydrants. So, inhale to prepare. Exhale as you bring that knee out to the side. And down. Out to the side and down. Squeezing through the glutes. Out to the side. Now, if this is too much on your wrist at any point, you can come into a knuckle position. It just takes a little bit of the tension off those wrists for you. Breathe for me. Keep going like that. Keeping those hips really stable. Keeping those shoulders away from the ears. Keeping that core braced. Give me 5 more like that. Bringing that knee out to be in line with your hip. 4. Squeezing the glute. 3. 2. And next one out to the side. 1. Give me some pulses. 4, 8, 7, 6, and open. 5. Breathe for me. 4. Keep squeezing. 3, 2, last 1, and down. Very, very nice. Rest back on those heels for me before we come into that combination. Big deep breath in. And exhale. Very, very nice. Alright, coming up into our 4-point kneeling position. From here, we are going to go out to the side, back into a donkey kick, and down in our circle. So, exhale as you come out to the side, curve around, and down. Really making sure that you're keeping the body as stable as possible. We want to make sure that we're pushing the floor away with our palms to help stabilize us. We're pressing our belly button to the spine. And as we exhale, we create that stability in the body. As we squeeze our glutes. What to think about. Nice. Give me 4 more like that. 3. Last 2. Last 1. And we're going to reverse it. So we're going to come out into a donkey kick, down into a side hydrant, and down. Side and down. Back, side and down. Back, side and down. Very nice. Keep breathing for me. Give me 4 more like that. And down. 2 more. And that's 1. Very nice. And come back to rest on those heels. Maybe just rock from side to side in that child's pose. Releasing any tension through the glutes. Easing off. Big deep breath in for me. And out. 1 more in for me. And out. Very nice. Well done, guys. We have made it to the end. That was quite a burner. Now, let's get into some stretches. I'm going to come over to this side. And from here, we're going to bring our right shin to be parallel with the edge of the mat in front of us. Now, maybe from here, it's a little bit more comfortable to bring that heel into the thigh or closer towards the hip bone. Start with wherever is most comfortable for your own mobility at this point. From here, we're just going to feel that stretch in this pigeon pose in the right glute. So take a couple of big deep breaths in for me. Never holding your breath in a stretch. The breath is what helps you ease into it and lengthen. Take a big deep breath in and exhale out. This is feeling good here. I want you to walk your palms out. Maybe you're coming down to your forearms. Maybe you're bringing your arms out a little bit further in front of you. And from here, a big deep breath in. And relax into it as you exhale. 1 more big deep breath in. And exhale. Your glutes are probably going to feel a little bit tight through this, just because we did work them quite a lot today. We're going to switch over, so press that left toe into the mat, come back into a plank, and bring that left shin out to be either parallel with the mat, or again, bringing that heel a little bit closer in towards your thigh, towards your hip, whichever is most comfortable. Palms out on the mat in front of you, big deep breath in. Exhale for me. Feeling that stretch in that left glute. Big deep breath in. And exhale. Maybe walking your palms down, maybe coming down to the forearms. Maybe you're walking out a little bit further. Big deep breath in. And exhale for me. Feeling that stretch into the left glute. Really bringing that heart rate down as well. Nice. Walking palms back. From here, I'm going to get you to come up, so digging those right toes into the mat. Come up into a bit of a lunge position with that left leg, so bringing it in between your palms. Rest your right knee on the mat, and from here, we're just going to shift ourselves forward, so we're stretching through that right hip flexor. Just releasing any tension we might feel after a lot of the glute exercises we've done today. So give me a big deep breath in this stretch for me. And exhale. Maybe bringing your right arm up to get a little bit more of a stretch. Maybe bringing that right arm over towards the left. Big deep breath in. And exhale. Really feeling the stretch there. Just in that hip flexor. Beautiful. Now I'm going to get you to press your palms into the mat as you extend through that left leg, coming in to stretch that left hamstring here. So bringing your nose towards your shin, feeling that stretch in the hamstring. Maybe you need to bend your knee a little bit because it's more comfortable. Please go to where is most comfortable, no pushing or tugging through this. Just feeling the stretch. Get some big deep breaths to lengthen through the muscles. One more big deep breath in. And out. Melting towards that leg. Beautiful. And coming back forward. From here, bring your palms out just towards the front of that left foot. As you move the right toes into the mat. Come up. Step back into the plank. And bring that right foot forward. Either in between your palms or to the side a little bit. Dropping that left palm down. Untap your toe. From here, coming up to rest in that hip flexor stretch on the left hand side. So big deep breath in, feeling the stretch. Very nice. Maybe bringing the arm up to feel a little bit more. Maybe bringing the arm over up towards the right side. Big deep breath in. And exhale for me. Very nice, guys. Bringing those palms just in front of the right foot as you extend that right knee out, stretching through the right hamstring. Again, maybe you need to get more of a bend through the right knee, whatever is most comfortable for you to feel a little bit of a stretch through the back of the right leg. Take a big deep breath in for me. And exhale as you bring your chest towards your shin. You're shaking a little bit. I wonder if you guys are feeling it too. You'll have to let me know. Big deep breath in. And exhale for me. Very nice. Coming back forward. Step back into your plank for me. Bend your knees. Come back to sit. And with that, we are finished with our glute session today. Thank you for joining me on the mat. I hope you enjoyed today's glute session. Let me know how you're feeling after this one, because I have a feeling I'm going to be a little bit sore. Those circles are going to come back to haunt me. Anyway, thanks guys. See you on the mat next time. Bye.